I'm David Benjamin Ewers. I work at AD Design and Consulting as a principal engineer and design manager. And my day-to-day activities are involved in managing the team, interfacing with clients, managing client expectations, and delivering quality work for our clients. When I started engineering, or I was still in high school, I was inspired by an engineering project that was, in concept planning phase, which was a large bridge, the biggest of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere. 6 years later, having been inspired to study engineering at the University of South Australia, I actually got to work on that dream project for the next 3 years. It definitely was the catalyst for my engineering journey. And working on large-scale projects in the renewable sector was another thing that I really considered would be a positive thing. And I was able to work on the largest wind farm of its kind in South Australia, which was the Hornsdale Stage 1, 2 and 3 project, which had the largest battery of its kind in Australia at that particular time. And then I've been able to work on a number of different projects, both in South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania, in different sectors, working for different clients. And I like the versatility that engineering brings and the challenges, but also delivering the best outcomes for different clients. AD Design and Consulting are an infrastructure-based company that gets involved in project management, civil infrastructure, client-based services such as stakeholder engagement, and also superintendency type work. Superintendency is the management and overseeing of projects during construction phase, looking at the contract side of things. So we get involved in projects that are feasibility studies, concept designs at the very start of engineering practice, through to construction phase services, helping clients deliver projects at the front end. We have a myriad of projects that we get involved in, and I think it's the benefit of working for a smaller type company. So we get involved in smaller type projects, subdivision developments, clients that are looking for a small engineering solution to some of their problems, through to large scale clients, the Department of State Growth, Taswater, Hydro. We get involved in some of those larger type infrastructure projects that are multi-million-dollar investments by the government. And all of those projects have different challenges, but being a versatile small company, we can adapt our team to suit, which means the team has great exposure to all types of engineering challenges and solutions to benefit the state. AD Design and Consulting values engineering excellence, delivering outcomes for our clients that represents best cost value for money, and also a solution that's of high quality. We also value innovation, being able to provide the latest technology to assist our design solutions, and are not afraid to jump into the unknown with this. We also value honesty and integrity within our team and of our clients to build long-lasting relationships with our clients. We also believe in inclusive team of all walks of life, because everyone has a different view on how things to be done, and we respect different viewpoints. We get a great level of satisfaction from delivering good outcomes for our clients. AD Design and Consulting is involved in a number of different projects in all levels. And for students, they're interested in seeing real-world problems and how to solve them. They will be involved at the cutting edge of project delivery. They're not sitting to the side, they're actually involved in the team, and they're a key part of the team's delivery of these outcomes for our clients. They'll get involved in client-facing meetings. They'll get involved in team meetings. So they take on responsibility immediately to fast-track their growth in the engineering sector. Students often live in a world where it's theoretical, and understandably so. But for their development, they need to see real-world solutions. And sometimes it's not possible for the university to provide this. But coming and working for a company like ours, they will get the opportunity to take their knowledge and use it in real-world challenges, and also develop their understanding of concepts in engineering that they would have some idea about. It also challenges their thinking. They've learned how to think as an engineer, and here is an opportunity to put that into practice. Another thing that students can benefit from is being involved in this mentoring program. Currently, we have 3 students that were involved in mentoring, and it's a great opportunity for those students to ask some of those difficult questions and to learn more about themselves. I think some of the things that students struggle with is knowing what they're passionate about, knowing what they're good at. Once they understand what they're good at, then they can learn what they could be involved in. For example, they might be a good communicator. If they're good at communicating, then they're likely to go into project management or working directly with a client. If they're good at artistry, they might be involved in concept designs. Or if they like attention to detail, they might go into the detailed design engineering of a project. So that way, they've got more confidence going into their career about which direction they want to take. Interesting question. What are the mutual benefits for both parties? AD Design and Consulting, when we saw the launch of this new program, we were excited. We saw this as a great way to build that partnership between UTAS and the industry, especially our organisation. We've always been passionate and keen to invest in the next generation of engineers, and we saw this as a launch pad to be able to provide our engineering expertise to the students to help them grow and learn in their current studies, and to have a career aspiration to work at our company one day. Because we can see a benefit in having these students working for a company like ours in the future. They provide new thinking, new technology, and a positivity to achieve great outcomes for Tasmania, to launch into the unknown as we challenge ourselves with an engineering revolution, which we can lead from the forefront.